Abraham Lincoln was an American lawyer and statesman who served as the 16th President of the United States from 1861 until his assassination in 1865. Whatever you are, be a good one. Do I not destroy my enemies when I make them my friends? Those who look for the bad in people will surely find it. I'm a slow walker, but I never walk back. Whenever I hear anyone arguing for slavery, I feel a strong impulse to see it tried on him, personally. We can complain because rose bushes have thorns, or rejoice because thorn bushes have roses. Those who deny freedom to others deserve a nod for themselves. When I do good, I feel good. When I do bad, I feel bad. That's my religion. Books serve to show a man that those original thoughts of his aren't very new after all. I'm a success today because I had a friend who believed in me and I didn't have the heart to let him down. My concern is not whether God is on our side. My greatest concern is to be on God's side, for God is always right. Nearly all men can stand adversity, but if you want to test a man's character, give him power. There are no bad pictures. That's just how your face looks sometimes. I can see how it might be possible for a man to look down upon the earth and be an atheist, but I cannot conceive how a man could look up into the heavens and say there is no God. I don't like that man. When you reach the end of your rope, tie a knot and hang on. Be sure you put your feet in the right place, then stand firm. If I were two-faced, would I be wearing this one? I am not bound to win, but I am bound to be true. I am not bound to succeed, but I am bound to live up to what light I have. All that I am, or ever hope to be, I owe to my angel mother. My best friend is a person who will give me a book I have not read. I have always found that mercy bears richer fruits than strict justice. He has a right to criticize who has a heart to help. Things may come to those who wait, but only the things left by those who hustle. No man has a good enough memory to be a successful liar. The best way to predict your future is to create. The best thing about the future is that it comes one day at a time. My father taught me to work, but not to love it. I never did like to work, and I don't deny it. I'd rather read, tell stories, crack jokes, talk, laugh, anything but work. I will prepare, and someday my chance will come. Tact, the ability to describe others as they see themselves. I laugh because I must not cry. That is all. That is all. No man is poor who has a godly mother. I have been driven many times upon my knees by the overwhelming conviction that I had nowhere else to go. My own wisdom and that of all about me seemed insufficient for that day. You can fool some of the people all of the time, and all of the people some of the time, but you cannot fool all of the people all of the time. I would rather be a little nobody than be an evil somebody. Always bear in mind that your own resolution to succeed is more important than any one thing. Character is like a tree, and reputation its shadow. The shadow is what we think it is, and the tree is the real thing. The Lord prefers common-looking people. That is why He made so many of them. It has been my experience that folks who have no vices have very few virtues. All I have learned, I learned from books. I do not think much of a man who is not wiser today than he was yesterday. Elections belong to the people. It's their decision. If they decide to turn their back on the fire and burn their behinds, then they will just have to sit on their blisters. It's not me who can't keep a secret. It's the people I tell that can't. You have to do your own growing, no matter how all your grandfather was. If this is coffee, please bring me some tea. But if this is tea, please bring me some coffee. You cannot help people permanently by doing for them what they could and should do for themselves. It is difficult to make a man miserable while he feels worthy of himself and claims kindred to the great God who made him. You can tell the greatness of a man by what makes him angry. The better part of one's life consists of his friendships. I am not concerned that you have fallen. I am concerned that you arise. I am a firm believer in the people. If given the truth, they can be depended upon to meet any national crisis. The great point is to bring them the real facts, and beer. To ease another's heartache is to forget one's own. 7 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty, and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. I don't know who my grandfather was. I am much more concerned to know what his grandson will be. The probability that we may fail in the struggle ought not to deter us from the support of a cause we believe to be just. Achievement has no color. No matter how much the cats fight, there always seem to be plenty of kittens. When I get ready to talk to people, I spend 2/3 of the time thinking what they want to hear and 1/3 thinking about what I want to say. The Bible is not my book, nor Christianity my profession. I could never give assent to the long, complicated statements of Christian dogma. We should be too big to take offense and too noble to give it. Be with a leader when he is right. Stay with him when he is still right, but leave him when he is wrong. My great concern is not whether you have failed, but whether you are content with your failure. Hypocrite. The man who murdered his parents and then pleaded for mercy on the grounds that he was an orphan. Die when I may. I want it said of me by those who know me best that I always plucked a thistle and planted a flower when I thought a flower would grow. Get books. Sit yourself down anywhere and go to reading them yourself. The greatest fine art of the future will be the making of a comfortable living from a small piece of land. As I would not be a slave, so I would not be a master. This expresses my idea of democracy.